All right, today we're back in the Autobot arc, and we're going to be looking at the minicons from the Robots in Disguise series. This is going to be Beastbox and Velocirazor. Now these are the two Autobots that come in the second line. So remember, we've already seen the first set of figures, and now we're going to look at the second set of figures. And let's go ahead and let's take a look at Velocirazor first. So as you can see before, it comes in this nice packaging. You know, again, they have the nice colors. And if you look at the Takara Tomy versus the Hasbro, they have a lot more color apps on there. So if you do have some testers or some plastic paints you like to use, I would definitely paint these guys up a little bit because they're kind of bland. So as all the rest of them, you can pull out the box, you can see it's an Autobot logo, and then it has all their pieces on here, which I've already taken off to save some time. And it's nice because you can just kind of pull it out the side of this box here and go ahead and save the box if you're into that kind of thing like I am. And then on the back you can see what we have here. We have Velocirazor. You got all of his little stuff right here. Here he is in his actually dinosaur mode, and then his disc mode. And remember, for all of these, they come together from the 4 different people from this different machines from this wave. They come together and they make an energy shark. Alright, so we're going to take a look at that at the end too. So we'll spend about 4 minutes on Velocirazor and Beastbox, and then I'll show you the energy shark. So let's move that off to the side, and here is Velocirazor. And again, as Autobots, remember the Autobots are discs, and the Decepticons are more kind of like little spear wedge looking things. So this guy is pretty compact. It's a little difficult to open. You don't want to pull from the tail or any place else. You want to pull right here from his little front paws. There's a little, if you hear it click, that's where it clicks in right here. So pull the paws, and then that will, or the little claws, and that will fold the whole guy out. So like a lot of these guys, there's really no movement. The only movement is the transformation. You can see it, there's a little wedge right here that pushes the whole thing. You can see the kind of the gears moving inside of there. So that is it. In terms of paint apps, there is nothing on this guy. This is a sticker, except for the silver on the head and then the little yellow eye. You can see that. So if you're like me and you like to do paint apps, I think this would be a perfect guy to go ahead and look at some of these apps on, and that would do him up really, really nice. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the stuff that comes with him. So Velocirazor comes with kind of this dark reddish orange. You can see these right here, and here's another one, and then these 2 pieces. Now when you look at these 2 guys right here, this kind of looks like a shark's tail, possibly, and this could possibly be a shark's fin, and that is what they are. These are right here. Just imagine a shark. This is this part of the shark. All right, so let's go ahead and put them together. These guys are pretty straightforward. This guy's got a big wedge right here. You can see it opening right there. The whole shark fin actually points back into his body. Remember, these guys, all their weapons just kind of forcefully fit into them. And let's see, this guy goes like this. Okay, so they both kind of stick out like that. So it's not even on each side, which is different for a lot of these. Most of them are even. He's got a little head, a little helmet here. Stick that in. Okay, he's got these little guys, and this, you can kind of see it, that little tab right there, and that is going to fit in right here on his arm. Oh, let's see. Okay, you gotta get these in the right spot exactly. There we go. The rest of these things fit in pretty well, except for the ones I put in first, which was a bad decision on my part. So let's go ahead and put this one in. And then these guys, these little long ones here, they go by his feet. Kind of make his feet look like they glow a little bit. And then let's put these other ones back on. The helmet just sticks on. It just stays on by friction. It does not really snap into place. You can see it actually kind of keeps popping back out a little bit. Let's put this guy back on. So I mean, these guys are fun. They're only like $4.99, but they're not like the most fantastic thing Hasbro has ever produced. All right, so here you go. let's go ahead and bring this down and zoom in a little bit. Okay, so here he is. And that is him in with all this stuff on. Again, none of them do anything. So what you do now is you can, the way these are is when you put him in the disc mode, everything should be able to stay on him. However, his helmet has a hard time going in here. You just kind of have to kind of move it back and forth, and then it will eventually go in there. And you can snap the whole thing back together. And this is the disc. Again, these guys here just fell off again. But if we bring out, what's his name? I know his name, Drift. Bring out Drift and stick him in like that. Let's go ahead and put this down. You can see that if we go ahead, flies perfect. So that is Velocirazor, and he fits in nicely with there. Again, I'm not a huge fan of these two pieces because they really fall off really easy. All right, so let's come out. Okay, next guy. Back out. All right, now we're going to take a look at Beastbox. This guy is a gorilla. He's a kind of a cool little one. I like him. He's really small compared to the others. He has the orange Autobot logo stuff, and you can see here he is down here. This kind of looks yellowish, but it's really orange. Here he is, Beastbox, or yeah, Beastbox. Here he is, you know, in his kind of gorilla form, and then his disc form. So let's move that off to the side. Let me go and pull all this stuff off him. This guy I like. He is pretty good. And as you can see, his stuff actually fits pretty tight. So we'll go ahead and leave that on. Let's take the mask off. Okay, so transformation. This guy you always want to pull out this way, but he's not. You actually push his stuff inwards like this. And now you can see his head right here. So if we go back, his head hides. Push in, the head comes open. So again, this is not painted in here. You could definitely go in. It looks like there might be some gray in his eyes, but it's not very good gray. And then this guy actually has an extra piece. You push these out like this. So he's this little gorilla. You can see. So he's pretty cool. And he actually does have some color. There's some paint apps right here. He's got 2 colors of plastic. So I do like this guy. He actually looks pretty good. I'm a fan of him more than I am some of the other ones. All right, so let's go ahead and see what he has in terms of functionality. Well, he's got this little mask we can stick right here on his head. Okay. He has got these little pieces. You can see there's two little tabs right here. They go into this, so it help him, kind of looks like little claws at the end of his fists. Let's go ahead and put those in. Then he has these 2 weird pieces, and they're just kind of like this weird molded chunk of plastic. And what they do is they go in this little hole right here, and then they wrap around the side of his arm like that. See, it's kind of an interesting piece of plastic. I'm not really sure what it is supposed to be, except that it does kind of mold out with this little spike right here. And so there you go. And then the last 2 things are he has 2 of the fins for the shark, and they go right up here. Like that. There you go. So this is Beastbox. And he's pretty decked out. He looks so much bigger and thicker and bulkier with this. And I'm actually a big fan. I think he looks pretty good like this. So, like the others, if you want to transform him back, push the arms down, arm down, and then push everything back. And you can see he fits nicely into his disc mode. He actually still kind of looks like the gorilla, but this is him in his disc mode. And if we go ahead and put him in here, these guys are coming off. These guys are probably the they just clip on, but this plastic does not. This plastic is hard, so they actually seem to have already lost some of their clippiness. They don't stay on as well as they did when I first got him. So let's go and put that there. Okay, let's see if he shoots. Shoots fine, just like the others. All right, so we're at 9 minutes. Let's go ahead and take off these little things, and let's go ahead and build the shark, the Energon shark. So we got all the pieces. You haven't seen these 2 yet. these two, but these are from the two Decepticons, which I'll be making a video of those as well. All right, so this is the middle right here, and if you turn it, you can see that there is a little hole right here. This hole is going to go for the fin. Come on. Okay, and now we need to put the other fin on, and it fits right here like this. So now let's see. Okay, so go ahead and put the other piece on. Oh. Stick it all together. Okay, so there's the body and the two fins. Now we can go ahead and put on the shark's face right here. Not too bad. And lastly, we'll stick on the other fins. And there you go. Here is your Energon shark. So it looks pretty good, huh? Not too bad. It looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and we'll take one final look. Let me pan out and let's look at all the Autobots we have. So we have Beastbox. We have, and this guy's head is, face thing is going to pop out because it's not happy in there. So let's put this back on. So we have Velocirazor. And then with the original guys, so these are just the Autobots, remember. Let's just leave that there, here, and here. So we have a total of 5 Autobots in all. And it's a pretty cool little team. And again, there are no reuses of the molds. So it's very cool. Then obviously you have Drift as the guy that can shoot all 5 of these guys. So you got 5 of them, they're good to go. I'm going to do another video, and this will be of the Decepticon minicons from Robots in Disguise. Please like, subscribe, send me any comments or questions you guys have. Thanks a lot.